excited to do this week?
I am excited for it every week.
Are you?
I am.
I've been kind of dreading it this week.
Oh, what a judgment call.
I've been waiting all day to say that.
Oh,
Okay, maybe more like 3 minutes.
Aspirations.
Judge Dredd.
That's right.
Back in my day.
Back in the day.
Your day is Dredd.
Yeah.
It's a comic from like 77 or 78.
Yep.
Titanium Tuesday.
Was that the recap?
No. This is the...
Titanium Tuesday.
Here we are. He's a superhero.
Yeah. Is he?
Well, so we've sort of defined that a little bit. It's like, you know, well, you sort of defined it.
I did define it.
Yeah. And he fits that,
He does.
you know, definition. Do you want to share that definition or?
Well, if I remembered it, I probably would. However,
All right.
I have attention span of a squirrel.
What's that?
It's a chair. And rugs.
I thought it was a squirrel.
Oh, that would make more sense.
But one of the things that I really like about Judge Dredd, or Dredd, sorry, excuse me, is that he's a no compromise dude.
No.
I mean, it is like by the book.
It's about as blunt as a man of you can get.
Yeah, absolutely.
Rules are rules.
Right, and I really like grab a hold of that.
Yeah.
Because one, I'm kind of hungry for it.
Yeah.
Because that just doesn't exist in the world today.
Goosey.
Right. I grew up with, like, you know, you didn't cross people the wrong way, and if you did, that's shame on you, and there's no shame anymore, and the list goes on and on. So when I watch this again, I'm like, I just felt that sense of like, wow, this is really good. Like, it really is good. He's extreme.
Yeah.
He's a bad donkey.
Bad donkey. That's another T-shirt.
I know. Exactly. And so it's like, this is cool.
It
I
is.
mean, despite some of its flaws,
Well,
the whole premise of,
Yeah.
of this no compromise character, and that this is the law and you broke the law.
right. Judgment is coming. Do you have anything to say about your ruling? Noted.
Right.
Throughout
Exactly. And so I just enjoy that.
Yeah.
It didn't do very well. 41 million in the box office, budget of about the same. It's estimated anywhere around 40 to 45 million.
Yeah.
Some of those kinds of things, but characters are great. I mean, you know, Judge Dredd, played by Karl Urban. I really like Karl Urban.
That's what I think. This movie got him set up for The Boys
I would say yes.
because the characters are very similar.
Yeah.
Because when I was looking at the actors for this film, I was like, oh, interesting. So I'm wondering, like, when I saw, because I saw the actors first, and then I watched the film. And so when I saw when he was in, I was like very interested to see what his character was like. And I was like, yep, this tracks.
Yep, totally. The facial expressions and all of it is just it.
And he's wearing the mask the whole time.
Yeah,
So-
but you see, you know, you can see his from his basically his nose down, and
Right.
so those expressions and how he articulates the words and makes those different facial
Right. And
gestures.
what I was trying to say, it's even more impressive because he's wearing the mask.
Yeah.
And you can clearly tell his expression the whole time
Right.
of what he's feeling.
Yeah.
And he only has the mouth. That's all he has to be able to express.
Yeah.
Very well done.
And then he's also, what's kind of fun is he's training. The way this film kind of wraps up, he's training
The rookie,
and you know, she's this mutant apparently and has these psychic abilities.
Yeah.
And then at the end, she like reads his mind essentially,
Right.
saying, "Okay, yes, I failed. Here's my badge."
Yeah.
Walks away, does that whole thing, the typical, you know, walk away thing, and then the chief judge,
That's right.
you know, comes in and says, pass or fail, and he looks and thinks, and it's like, pass.
Yeah.
You know.
It was super funny.
Yeah, that made me laugh
Yeah.
for sure. So
I wish this movie like expanded we talk about universes and stuff, but like the hard part for me with this film was just that it was really, really self-contained, and a lot of the stuff wasn't explained well. Of like the psychic, she's a mutant. Is there more mutants? Is there other people like this? What's Dredd's background?
Well, they did make a comment about some of the mutants, like they had different physical features that were off
Morphed.
or more.
Yeah.
So they did mention a little bit of that, but it's hard to catch.
Yeah. Because I did catch that too, but still, it doesn't really explain like the history behind. Like,
no, I agree.
Yeah.
I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just saying that was just a little bit, and it's hard to catch.
Right.
Like, it was like, what was that?
Yeah.
So
I wish they would have had more of that, because I think it would have made the ending of the film was really good. I think that was my favorite part.
Yeah.
But I think they could have done a little more character. I mean, this movie isn't about character development.
And it's not, but I think that's where they miss the whole franchise. This IP has been well established.
Yep.
It does have a pretty significant following.
Yeah, it does.
But they've really missed it bringing it onto the big screen.
Because this was 2012.
Right.
And it felt like it came out in the 90s.
Yeah.
Which isn't a bad thing. Like, 90s had a lot of great films, but you think about other movies that came out around this time. I mean, Iron Man had come out. We had The Dark Knight. The whole trilogy was out at this point. Or maybe not, because I think Dark Knight Rises was 2012. So mattering when.
So 8, yeah. 8 was the first one, right? Batman Begins.
Yep.
08.
That was in 2006. I think it was 2006.
No. I'm going to look that up while you keep talking.
I'm pretty sure it was 2006, and then
we don't really
Dark
edit this
Knight,
too much, so we keep talking while we do stuff.
I think Dark Knight was 2008, and then there was a longer gap between Dark Knight and Dark Knight Rises.
There was,
and so that was 2012.
Well, they weren't even sure they were going to do it.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, especially with everything.
2005. I was way wrong, man.
Yeah, you were. It's a good thing we have fact check.
That's right.
To prove how wrong you are.
Brave it. I know I'm wrong all the time. It's all right. People in my circle get used to that. I'm wrong constantly.
But it makes it fun. But so those movies that come out, so like really good graphics, CGI, everything else.
Okay, so
like
The Dark Knight was in 2008. So
see, I had that one right.
Yeah.
I just didn't know how long from Begins to.
Yeah, so that was kind of a long, but yeah, 2012, Dark Knight Rises.
So a lot of movies that had great graphics and everything else, and
huge budgets, $150 million plus budgets on some of them.
But you even think of like Spider-Man 2, like there was definitely cheesy scenes, but it still made sense to the universe. And again, this is like a weird futuristic.
It's a one-off completely.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Total one-off.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so, but it's a fun.
It is.
Violent, gruesome.
Mama.
Way too bloody for my taste. They could. I like the films that actually show up to that point and then make you think about what
you happened. Just hear the sound.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They do exactly all the sound effects and the music and whatever else, but you don't actually see.
Well, you even got to see it in slow motion. That was bad
too. I know, especially the end where
Mama. Where the ripples.
Yeah, exactly. But Mama is landing on the ground from the 200th floor or something like that, and then they have like the camera essentially underneath glass, and as she hits, you don't need to do that.
No. Well, I think there's movies that do it well. Because Deadpool, Deadpool's pretty bloody. Isn't it? I haven't seen Deadpool for a while.
It's not bloody, but it's kind of comic booky bloody.
Yeah, that's true. I think they could have done it better. I don't think the amount was bad. It was just how it was done.
Right. Yeah. No. Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Like totally a weird 90s.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bloody.
If this came out in the 90s, like with we're going to relate everything to Batman because I love Batman, but like with the original Batmans of like. With Jack Nicholson, Michael Keaton, like those type of series, which I guess is even earlier. But if it would have been in lieu of that, like super fun. And if it came out in that time period, would have done great.
So 95 is when this Sly Stallone Judge Dredd came out.
Okay, I've never seen those.
That was only an hour and a half long too.
Interesting.
Yeah. seemed longer than that. It wasn't very good.
No.
I just don't remember it being very good at all. I have not seen that in like 25 years at least. That one though did 113 million in the box office at a $90 million
because
budget.
it had Rocky Balboa.
I know he did pull it in.
Yeah, and Rambo.
Yeah. So anyway, there we are. What do you think?
It's definitely a fun time. I think there's better superhero films out there. Like,
but when we set out to do Titanium Tuesday, we talked about that, and it was like we have to do the things that are not normal.
Yeah.
We can't do things that people expect and all that. I mean, because there's so many films. You know, we did Hancock.
Yeah, we did.
That is one of those two that people forget about.
Yeah, no, I agree.
And so that's the whole purpose behind it, is to just really bring kind of to light and thought some of these weird movies too.
Yeah, and I think it's really interesting to see how different quote unquote superhero films are done.
Yeah.
Because there are so many different stylistic approaches that people can take to establish heroes and to establish villains and motives. So, I mean, this was, like you said, I really enjoyed. I mean, Dredd, stoic, had his rules to a T, don't break them, and it was really fun to watch that play out.
Yeah, it was.
That's. If you have any questions,
he's getting it
about why Matt was staring intently into my soul, where can you send those, Matt?
You can send them at LegitQ at mattysmoviemix.com.
Ah, gorgeous.
Like I practiced.
I was dreading it.